Before the rise of mankind, before the continents took their final shapes, there existed a world ruled not by fire or stone, but by water. It was a realm of endless rivers, steaming swamps, and skies painted with thunder. In this forgotten kingdom, one creature reigned above all others, not upon the land, but within the flow itself. His name was Spinosaurus, the River King. He was no ordinary predator. 15 meters of muscle and power, his back crowned with a crimson sail that cut through mist like a blade of light. His long snout held rows of teeth designed to seize the unwary, his claws to anchor against the current. Built for land and water alike, he was the bridge between two worlds, a design of nature's perfection and nature's cruelty. Dawn breaks across the ancient valley. Mist coils over the slow-moving river, glinting gold in the newborn light. And then, a disturbance below. Bubbles rise, the surface trembles, and with an explosion of spray, the River King emerges. His jaws crush a giant fish in a single snap. Droplets shimmer as sunlight crowns his sail in flame. For a moment, everything bows. The reeds, the water, even the wind. This is not a hunt for hunger alone. It is ritual. It is dominance. Each roar echoes through time, rolling off the cliffs like thunder across eternity. Before land had its kings, the river had its god. He drags his prey to shore, mud sliding beneath his weight. Every muscle flexes, water dripping from scales the color of wet stone. Steam rises from his nostrils as morning heat meets his breath. His golden eyes scan the banks, always alert, always measuring. For in this world, every victory carries the scent of new danger. From the shadows, smaller predators emerge. Raptors, thin and clever, their feathers slick with dew. They watch from between reeds, eyes reflecting greed. The River King pauses, tail twitching. A low growl ripples the water before silence returns. One wrong move, and patience becomes violence. Suddenly, motion. A raptor lunges. The tail of the Spinosaurus sweeps like a storm. Mud, water, and bone explode together as the hunter becomes hunted, and then nothing moves. The others scatter into the mist, their courage drowned in the echo of power. He stands motionless, breath slow, eyes half closed. Each scar across his arm glistens like molten gold under sunlight. These are not marks of weakness, but the map of survival itself. The river feeds him, cleanses him, and tests him again and again, because here only endurance is sacred. Time drifts with the current. The River King wanders upstream, his sail slicing through reflections like a crimson banner of war and memory. The world hums around him. Cicadas sing, birds scream from the canopy, fish dart through tangled roots. Above, the wind stirs clouds, heavy with the promise of rain. But something changes. A sound, low, distant, rhythmic, thunder without lightning. The ground vibrates, leaves tremble. From beyond the jungle, another presence approaches. A roar answers the sky, deeper and more violent than any before. The ruler of the land has entered the domain of water. The Tyrant King, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Green scales scarred from countless battles, jaws like a vice forged in chaos. He comes seeking what every ruler fears to lose: control. For the first time, the River King hesitates. The reflection before him is no prey, no rival, but an equal. Two worlds, two empires meet beneath the same sky. Raindrops begin to fall, tapping on their backs like war drums. Wind howls through the valley. carrying the scent of blood and fear. Neither moves. The river holds its breath. And then they charge. Water explodes. Claws clash against teeth, tail against bone. The earth shakes with every strike. Lightning ignites the storm, framing titans locked in fury. The Spinosaurus drives forward, using his arms to slash, his tail to deflect. The T-Rex counters, jaws clamping down, tearing scale from flesh. Pain becomes music, rage becomes rhythm. Every roar a verse in nature's oldest song, survival. Rain blinds them, mud coats their bodies, the river turns red beneath the storm. And yet both fight on, bound by the same truth. There can be only one king. At last, the water swells with movement unseen. The Spinosaurus disappears beneath the surface. Seconds stretch into eternity. The tyrant peers down, confused, and the river erupts. From below, jaws strike like lightning, dragging the giant down into chaos. The water boils with motion, thunder above, terror below. Then stillness. One form rises from the blood-stained current, the other drifts into shadow. Victory does not roar, it breathes. And as rain fades, the River King stands, scarred, trembling, but alive. Morning breaks again. Mist curls through the valley like memory returning to an old wound. The River King moves slowly through the water, each step heavy yet calm. His reflection ripples beside him, half monster, half ghost. The river flows clear again, washing away the evidence of war. Fish return to the shallows. Herds drink from the edge without fear. The sky softens, turning gold once more. Nature resets her balance as though nothing had ever happened. But the River King remembers. Every heartbeat, every breath is carved by what came before. He pauses near the bend where the battle began. Steam rises from his wounds. The crimson sail gleams beneath sunlight. His eyes, once fierce, now reflect quiet fatigue. Even kings must rest. Even power must yield to peace. Around him, life sings again. Insects buzzing, birds weaving through humid air, distant thunder whispering farewell. He lowers his head to drink. Ripples spread outward, erasing footprints from the muddy shore. All that remains is movement, soft, endless, patient. The river forgives, the river forgets, but it never stops. Night falls. The moon crowns the valley, painting silver along the surface of the water. The River King walks through fog, his sail glowing like a ghost's torch. Frogs croak, owls call, stars shimmer in his reflection. He moves without sound, a living monument to endurance. Every kingdom fades, every crown dissolves, but the story continues, whispered by current, carried by wind. Beneath the surface, ancient bones sleep, while new life begins above them. In the cycle of death and rebirth, the River King endures not as a ruler, but as a reminder. Dawn returns one final time. The horizon burns gold. Fog lifts, revealing the river winding endlessly to the sea. He stands still, breath slow, eyes bright with reflection of the rising sun. His silhouette glows against the world he once ruled. He is not immortal. He will not be remembered by name, but the water carries his echo through time.
Above the storms, life continues, endless, unyielding.